I'm excited to share with you a new technique of tie-dye. It's a little bit less traditional than we've done in the past. It's this fun ombre technique. We took 3 colors and blended them together to make this beautiful shirt. So let me show you how we made it.
We're going to start this project by prepping our workspace and our dyes. Make sure you have a plastic covering on your table or the surface you're going to work on. Put your gloves on at this point, and then we are going to fill each container with water up to the line that's marked on the bottle. It's basically to the top of the bottle. Then you're going to shake each container until the dye is all mixed in, and then we're ready to start applying the dye to our fabric. To create the ombre effect, we are going to start with a damp t-shirt and pick the 3 colors that you want on your shirt. The color that you want at the top of your shirt, we are going to apply straight from the bottle of mixed solution and apply it to the top, the neck, and the shoulders of the shirt. You'll want to get this nice and saturated. The more dye and the more liquid you have, the easier that it will spread. Once you've got a decent amount of dye on the top of the shirt, you're going to take your large brush, dip it in water, and begin brushing the color down the shirt. You'll continue adding water and dye until you get the ombre effect that you're looking for. If you have a stubborn spot that you can't get enough dye added to, you can add dye from the bottle right onto your paintbrush and use that to help get a deeper consistency. Once you finish with your first color, you're going to want to rinse out the brush and switch out the water in your bowl. Our second color we are going to apply right in the middle of the shirt, and this is going to get brushed to the top and the bottom. So we're going to do a nice thick coat of dye right in the middle, get a lot on there, and then you'll use the same technique of taking your wet paintbrush and doing brush strokes up towards the green color you just put on, as well as down towards where our purple color will be. You'll use the same technique of adding dye to the brush and the shirt, as well as adding just water to the paintbrush to get an even ombre look. Before moving on to the third color, make sure to wash out that paintbrush again and change out the water that's in your bowl. The last color we're adding is purple, and we're putting it right on the bottom of the t-shirt. So it's probably easiest to move over to the side where the bottom is, apply the dye directly onto the fabric, then take your paintbrush, get it wet with water, and then brush that purple color up into the blue. And again, you'll continue playing around with adding dye and water until you get the look that you are going for. Once you've got all the colors blended and looking the way you are liking, you'll let your t-shirt sit 6 to 8 hours or overnight, whichever works best for you. Then you'll rinse it under cold water, get all the extra dye out, and then eventually you can wash it and dry it in the washing machine.
You can find all the supplies to make this fun shirt at craftstrack.com and go to the Projects tab.